a boy named Hansel and a girl named Gretel. Sadly, their father had passed away when they were very young, and they were very sad without him. The woodcutter decided to remarry. The family was so poor that they barely had enough to eat. One day, the woodcutter and her husband are discussing how they will survive with their major professions. The woodcutter is concerned that she will not be able to feed her two little children, so her husband suggests that they'll lead the children into the forest and leave them there.
What if we take our children to the forest and leave him there?
The woodcutter protests, but her husband tells her that if they do not get rid of the children, all four of them will starve to death.
No, we can't do that. If we don't get right to the children, the four of us will start to dig.
Yeah.
The children, Hansel and Gretel, heard the whole conversation and Gretel begins to cry. Hansel assures her that he will make a plan to save them. He goes outside and gathers white pebbles.
Don't worry, I will find a way to save us both.
The next morning, the family goes into the vast and dangerous forest, and Hansel begins dropping the white pebbles along their path. The woodcutter builds a fire and tells the children to sit by it while she and her husband go off to chop down trees.
Hi kids, sit near me.
The children fall asleep and wake after dark. Hansel shows Gretel how they can follow the white pebbles back to the house. The children fall asleep and wake after dark. Hansel shows Gretel how they can follow the white pebbles back to the house. And the children arrive home safely to the delight of their father and the dismay of her husband.
How can they get back home?
The famine intensifies in the area, and soon the husband decides that it is time to try to abandon the children in the forest again. This time, Hansel cannot get outside to gather pebbles because the woodcutter's husband has locked the door. The next morning, the family sets out again, and Hansel uses breadcrumbs to mark the path. Again, the children fall asleep by the fire, this time much deeper in the woods. And again, they wake to find their parents gone. The birds have eaten all the breadcrumbs, so the children begin to walk aimlessly in an attempt to find their home. Eventually, when they are nearly starved to death, they happen upon a house made of bread, cake and sugar, and begin to eat. An old woman comes out of the house and tells the frightened children that they can live with her.
Hey kids, can you stay with me in this house?
She prepares a meal for them and tucks them into a comfortable beds. The next morning, her intentions become clear, and she locks Hansel in a shed and tells Gretel that she will cook for him in order to fatten him up.
Gretel, I will cook for Hansel so he can gain weight.
When Hansel is fat enough, the witch will cook him and eat him. Each day, the witch checks Hansel's fingers to see if it's fat enough. The witch had poor insight. Every evening, she went to Hansel's table, took Hansel's hand, and touched his finger to see if it was thick enough to fry. Smart Hansel thought of a plan. Each day, Hansel sticks a bone out of the seed, tricking the witch into thinking he is still quite thin. So the witch blamed herself for why Hansel wasn't gaining weight and prepared a new meal every day. But one day, Hansel couldn't give her the stick, so the witch grabbed his finger.
Oh, now you are fat. Today I can look at you and eat really delicious food.
She told Gretel to heat up the oven. She was going to roast and eat Hansel, but when the witch stopped to check the oven's temperature, Gretel pushed her from behind and looked at the oven.
Gretel, please heat oven. Open! So smart, Gretel.
exclaimed Hansel with great joy. Gretel rescued Hansel and they filled their pockets with rich jewels. Finally, they managed to find their way home. When they got home, their stepfather had died. Their mother greeted her children.
Thanks, smart kids.
She said, the family was never poor or hungry again.